Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I wanted to do is I want to talk about the rookie quarterback class from the 2024 NBA or NFL draft, and I kind of want to talk about these rookie quarterbacks on the scale of how good do I think they can get from the best quarterback on what I think they can escalate and become versus the worst, meaning they're probably not going to become much, but maybe they have a possibility. More or less a scale of like how well do I think they have of being successful in the National Football League. As always, all of these quarterbacks, there are 6 quarterbacks total, that they could all be very successful. There's a chance that all of them could be successful. There's also a chance they could all just be busts. But I'm going to go ahead and put them in order, and like I said, 1 through 6 on what I think their chances are of being good, starting with 6 and going the whole way up to number 1. Obviously, we got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix. Like I said, it's going to just kind of be a scale of I watched some film, I watched a couple other highlights from week 1 and week 2 of the preseason games, kind of look at the stats, kind of look at what I've seen from reporters, coaches saying about the players. I'm also going to take into consideration of their team, what they have around them, what the future install or kind of holds for them, what the team could become with them as the quarterback. And with every quarterback, I'm going to kind of explain my reasoning as to why I put them at that ranking. So without further ado, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, starting off at number 6, I have Michael Penix Jr. Now, here's my reasoning why I have him so low. People are talking about how he's like so good, and don't get me wrong, like I said in the intro, every one of these quarterbacks could be very good. The reason why I put Michael Penix Jr. so low is because look at who he's sitting behind. He's drafted in the first round. Everybody thinks, oh my God, if you're drafted in the first round, you're going to start right away. That's not the case for him. He's going to sit for quite a while. He's going to probably run like the Jordan Love route with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. Michael Penix Jr. is going to run that route. He's going to sit. He's going to learn. It's probably going to be at least 2 years unless Kirk Cousins gets hurt or he goes out there in his first year and he absolutely sucks. If Kirk Cousins looks good and he leads this Falcons team to like a 10-7, 11-6, 12-5 record and he's looking good with the Falcons, he ain't losing that starting job. And Michael Penix, he's just going to sit. He's just going to have to develop and learn while these other quarterbacks have a chance to play. All the other quarterbacks have a real shot. They're most likely going to be on the field for their teams within the season. If not week 1, 100% this season, Michael Penix Jr., I don't know if he has a shot to see the field this year. Like I said, barring Kirk Cousins, as long as he stays healthy and he does not get injured, Kirk Cousins is going to be on that field. And he plays good. He plays decent. He's going to be on the field every single game. Now, like I said with Michael Penix Jr., he's got skills. He could possibly be a Jordan Love. He could be a guy that just sits, learns, and develops. And in 3 years, 4 years, when Kirk Cousins, if the Falcons decide to say, man, you're getting a little bit old, no offense, but we're going to move on now with Michael Penix Jr. Michael Penix Jr., here's your chance. Here's your 1 year. Let's see what you can do, kind of like what Jordan Love did. And he goes out there with the Falcons, and he's balling out, and the Falcons go back to the playoffs, and they're doing good in about 4 years. Who knows? Michael Penix Jr. might get paid a lot of money then, and I might be eating these words. But for the factor of he's going to have to probably be sitting for the next 2 to 3 years, barring an injury to Kirk Cousins, that's why I have him at number 6. Coming in number 5, I have Drake May. Here's my reasoning for Drake May. The Patriots do not know how to develop a quarterback. When I look at Drake May and I watch him play, his only upside is he's a little bit faster than what Mac Jones was whenever it comes to escaping the pocket, getting out of there, running for your life. When I watch Drake May play, he's got some skills. He can move, he can run around, he's got a good arm, he can move, throw kind of at an angle when he needs to. The difference between him and Mac Jones was Mac Jones, what I saw in Drake, or especially with Drake May, week 1, he was doing too much of what Mac Jones used to do, where it was just check downs, dump offs, little short 5-yard passes. In week 2, it was different. He was actually like putting the ball out there. He was throwing a little bit more than 5 yards. He was throwing some 15, 20-yard passes. The other reason why I kind of have him so low on the list is because look at the Patriots. Who do they have to throw the ball to? Like, please name me a receiver on their team that is big time. Now, if these receivers go out there with Drake May in this year and they're actually pretty damn good, okay, cool, good job. But at this point, I don't really see your receivers being anything big time. You don't have a good skill position. You don't have a good tight end. You don't got good running backs. Like your position group around you is not the best. And your offensive coordinator, I don't even know who he is. Is he going to be somebody that's going to actually help you be good? I think Drake May's got a lot of potential. But with the Patriots, I don't think it's going to work out. Coming in number 4, I have Bo Nix. Now, you might be saying, how the fuck is he at number 4? How could you have him so far down the list? Here's my thing. The other 3 guys ahead of him, they are some damn good quarterbacks. Now with Bo Nix, I see him being a very good quarterback. He could possibly be the franchise guy for Sean Payton. He can throw on the run. He does exactly what Sean Payton needs to do. He can throw it where it needs to be. He reads the defense very well. He's not trying to do too much. His main focus is my receivers are very good. He's got Cortland Sutton. He's got a couple other different receivers out there that he can throw the ball to. His goal get it in their hands and let them do the work. Because when you look around his conference that he's going to be playing in, the AFC West, when you got Max Crosby on the Raiders trying to hunt you down, when you got Chris Jones on the Chiefs trying to hunt you down, and don't forget about Joey Bosa over there on the Chargers. These boys are trying to hunt you down. You can't be patting the ball, holding the ball for too long. You got to get the ball out of your hands. You got to get in the playmakers' hands. Now, do I think Bo Nix is going to be an exceptional quarterback in the NFL? I think there's a chance he can be that. My other reasoning why I don't think he could possibly be a good quarterback, look at the Broncos. What are they cursed by? Drafting a bunch of the same exact stereotypical quarterbacks. Tall, white, big body guy. That's who they usually draft, and they pan out maybe once in a blue moon. Now, I got fingers crossed for Bo Nix. I think he's going to be pretty good. I think he can be really good. The reasoning also why I have them so kind of far down the list is because, like I said a minute ago, look at the division. When you play in the AFC West, it's going to be brutal. You have the defending back-to-back Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, that you have to go up against twice a year. The Raiders are going to be no slouch. The defense is good. The offense is whatever. The defense, though, is going to be a problem. He's got to go against that defense. And you got the Chargers with Justin Herbert, and who knows what Jim Harbaugh is going to have that team looking like this year. So you got a pretty ferocious division you got to go against. If Bo Nix can go out there this year and they can go 8-9, 9-8, I'd give a round of applause for that. Like, for a rookie quarterback to take this team 8-9, 9-8, something like that, that's pretty damn good. Now, moving on, at number 3, I have Caleb Williams. Now, you might be saying, how is he only number 3? How is this guy not at bare minimum number 2? He should have been number 1. I'll explain. The way Caleb played in the preseason, he played good. That's what I'd say. He had maybe 2 or 3 plays that were like, whoa, that was like Mahomes-esque. He had the play where he spun out of the pocket, went down the side, threw it, I think like 40 yards down the field over the shoulder to his receiver, caught the ball near the sideline. That was a nice play. He also had the play against Buffalo where he scored the rushing touchdown where he was in the pocket. He was kind of dipping. He was dodging the guys. Then he spun out of there. He got up around the side, and then he had his offensive lineman just guide his way into the end zone, and he ran over for a touchdown. I think the one thing that kind of holds Caleb Williams just barely down the list, look at the Chicago Bears. They are cursed whenever it comes to developing quarterbacks. They have taken so many quarterbacks in the history of the NFL draft that we have thought, oh, this guy's going to be good. Oh, this guy's going to be good. And if they go to Chicago Bears, it's been nice knowing you, bud. Your career's over. There was a lot of people that thought Mitch Trubisky was going to be pretty good. He went to the Bears. He looked good his second year, and then it's like his career just went straight downhill. Now, fingers crossed the Bears don't fuck up Caleb Williams. Now, the one thing that can kind of haunt Caleb Williams is his past with college, what he did in college. Look at who he played with at USC. What were they known for? Really good offense with Caleb Williams, but they had absolutely no defense. Is Caleb Williams going to really remember here in the NFL with the Chicago Bears? You have a top 10 defense caliber like players over there on your defense. They can play up to a top 10 defense like level this year. Meaning you don't have to go out there and be scrambling around trying to go for the deep shot, scoring points like that every single play. In the NFL, you don't have to score 45 points, 50 points to win a game like you did at USC. With the Bears, you are very capable of winning a game, scoring 20 points, 23 points, if that. Like, there could be a couple of games this year where they might honestly win a game, let's say 17-10, 14-3. And they're going to look up the scoreboard and be like, man, that's a really low-scoring game. I don't feel like I played that well. Who cares? You won. And I wonder with Caleb Williams, is he going to curse himself and he's going to go out there and just start throwing a bunch of picks? He's going to start going for the home run shots. He's going to scramble out of the pocket when it's like, hey, if you just stood there in the pocket another second longer, you had a play opening up. If you wanted to take the deep shot, right there it was. But he's going to feel like he has to be Superman when he doesn't really need to be, and it's going to cause trouble. I think Caleb Williams is going to be a really good quarterback, but not better than these two I have at number 1 and number 2. Coming in at number 2, I have J.J. McCarthy. Now, obviously, you probably know who number 1 is now, but talking about J.J. McCarthy first, obviously, he got hurt, the torn meniscus. He's going to be out for the season. That's a very tough injury. I'm an Ohio State fan, just for clarification, just like I want to get that out of the way, and he is a Michigan player. I don't wish bad ill on anybody from Michigan. I wish everybody stays healthy, and J.J. McCarthy going down, I was bummed out to hear that. When I went and watched his highlights of him in the first preseason game, let me tell you something. This dude is a baller. There was a part of me that after watching him play at Michigan where it was like all he did was hand the ball off, just hand the ball off, read option, just simple run plays, quick throws, slants, just comebacks, checkdowns. That's all he really did in Michigan, especially in the games that I watched. Now when I watch this preseason game, I'm seeing him launch the ball 20, 40, 50 yards downfield. The home run shots, he had 2 touchdown passes. Now, I will say he had that 1 interception, which was very bad. Like, he could have just eaten the sack, went down, took the sack, but he tried to throw it up. It was a very bad interception. I'll say this about J.J. McCarthy. He's got skills. And with Kevin O'Connell calling the plays for him, helping him out in Minnesota, we've seen that man, O'Connell, take a bunch of bum quarterbacks and make them good. We've seen Joshua Dobbs be good. We've seen Nick Mullins looking pretty good in the preseason. He's taken some guys and made them pretty good. Kirk Cousins, he's always been pretty good. But then with him and Kevin O'Connell's offense, those boys were balling. They went, what, 13-4 that first year he was there? I feel like with J.J. McCarthy at the quarterback position, where they can try to run the ball, they can get some play action going, some easy throws for J.J. McCarthy, he could be a top, easily, I'll say now, might be a hot take, top 15, top 10 quarterback in the league. I'm just saying, this dude could be good. And coming in number 1, we have Jaden Daniels. Now, here's my thing with Jaden Daniels. This dude is already balling. This dude, every NFL analyst and media member has already said, this dude is good. He's good. You seen that throw he made against the New York Jets down the sideline? That throw you couldn't just easily teach overnight. He's making some throws that don't look teachable. He's out there just playing with ease. He's making it look easy. Now, there have been some people out there saying that he could be compared to Lamar Jackson. I'm not going to say that. I once made a comparison of a certain quarterback being compared to Patrick Mahomes. I already made a video on that about a year ago. I don't want to relive that. Probably my worst hot take I've ever made in my life. But moving on with Jaden Daniels, like I said, he is in the perfect position to succeed. He's got Terry McLaurin, he's got Jahan Dotson, he's got Austin Eckler and Brian Robinson at running back positions. He's got now Zach Ertz, even though he's a veteran, an aged veteran. He's got a lot of great skill position players all around him. Dan Quinn coaching that defense. The defense is going to be good, like I said, with Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne there on the defensive line. If that defense can play somewhere around top 15, top 10 defense caliber, and that offense can just be decent, I wouldn't be surprised if this team, honestly, could they win the NFC East? Like, we all know the curse about the NFC East, about how there's never been a repeat division winner since, what, 2003 or 2004, something like that. So last year, Dallas won the division, correct? Most people right now are saying that Philadelphia could win this division. Because Dallas won, so now it has to be Philadelphia that wins. Who says Washington couldn't sneak up there? But the way Jaden Daniels is playing, like I said, this team looks good. You have a great coaching staff for the future. You have a great offensive caliber players all around you. He's on a rookie contract now. You can sign a bunch of your players that are all around you. Get free agents if people want to actually come play with Jaden Daniels. I'd say right now for the Washington Commanders fans out there, the future is bright for you. Jaden Daniels with your team for the future, you guys are going to look good. I'm not sleeping on these Commanders. I'm saying right now, anybody that's going to look up in like a few months or even a year and be like, oh man, the Commanders are so good. Oh, I've known this from the beginning. No, you didn't. I knew from the beginning. I knew when they drafted him. I was like, this team is good. I've been saying for like the past 2 years. I said even back when they had Haskins, God rest his soul, this team is a quarterback away. Haskins was just not cutting it. They've tried a bunch of different guys. And now, we now can see this team is literally a quarterback away from going to the playoffs. Jaden Daniels could be that guy. They had some luck with Alex Smith. Even though he had the whole leg injury, they looked good. They went to the playoffs in 2020. But since then, they've been so up and down, so back and forth. I think, 2 years ago, they were, 7-4 at one point, and then they lost like 6 straight games. And it was like, what the fuck just happened? I don't know about y'all, but I think Jaden Daniels has the realistic shot to be the best quarterback out of this whole draft class. He has a chance to go make Pro Bowls. Who knows if he maybe someday could they lead the Commanders to the playoffs, to an NFC Championship game, maybe to the Super Bowl. But that right there is going to do it for my list, like I said, of the rookie draft class in my order of how likely they are to succeed in the NFL. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy today's video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. Like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? Do you think that this list is bad, good? Do you like the order? Would you change the order up a little bit? Who do you think is the best quarterback, or the quarterback with the best chance to succeed? Maybe a quarterback do you think is not going to succeed? Do you think all the quarterbacks are going to succeed, not going to succeed? Whatever your opinion may be, leave your complete opinion down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to talk about it with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do post here and you want to go and hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And don't forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Don't Talk Sports. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.